Hi everyone, it's your favorite tarot reader Persephone, and I'd like to welcome you back in my video. So, this is gonna be the third video in my series of basically offering free tarot readings after getting requests on Reddit. So, if you would like to request one for yourself, you can either comment on this video or you can give me a DM on Instagram or my Reddit. I will mention everything in the video description. Alright, so the person's name is D, and their question was regarding their feelings uh, towards person C. So, yeah, let's just figure out what the feelings towards them are. Okay, so I'm trying this new thing in which I'm gonna basically shuffle my deck off screen, and so it basically saves a little bit of time. Just that, and I'll just put the deck and the cards, and then I'll just start the interpretation. So the videos are a little more efficient and not that slow. So do tell me if you like this format, or should I just shuffle the deck on screen basically? Okay, so the first card that we got is the Lover's card. So this is the card I got for the person C. So I believe you had very strong romantic feelings for that person. The lover card definitely feels like your feelings for him were very strong, very positive, very genuine, so to say. And I do see that the same was not reciprocated by him. Now we look at this card, which represents him basically. I see he is an attractive person, emotionally mature, and someone a woman would find really attractive because of the qualities, especially someone who is in tune with his emotional side, so to say. But I also feel this person is like very focused on his work. He's very balanced in that sort of a thing. Now, these two cards represent your feelings for each other. This one represents your feelings, and this card represents his feeling, which was basically a question that were his feelings genuine, or did you just deluded yourself thinking about it? So first of all, this card represents your feeling. I do think that you were basically imagining a future with him, or at least you thought that this is the kind of person you can have a life with, you can have a family with. Then definitely that is why it really hurts a lot, because you were actually planning something with this person, and now his feeling towards you. Looking at this card, I don't see any emotions particularly. I just feel someone who is focused on work, someone who's focused on his finance, because it's a pentacle card. And yeah, and there is like, even if you see the illustration, there's a woman who's facing towards it, but the man is facing the back, which I think perfectly fits your situation. You were invested in him a lot, but he wasn't paying that kind of attention to you, or he wasn't giving the same emotions to you. He was more focused on his life, so to say, and less on you. Now, these two cards I got. So basically, this is for why you guys even like met each other. Why did you guys even came together? So I feel this was fate. You were supposed to meet him. That's why it happened, because we have got the wheels card in reverse. So yeah, it was like a karmic relationship, so to say. It was like a moment that happened because of previous karmas. So that is one reason. And it was also a very, it was a decisive moment for you. Like, this basically, this interaction or this person coming into your life, this definitely has a lesson for you, so to say. So yeah, that is one more thing. Now these two cards I took out to symbolize what would have happened if you guys were still together, or what will happen if you like still think about him, have thoughts about him in your life. So the first card that I got for this was the Ten of Wands. So I feel looking at this, if you like keep thinking about him, it is only gonna end up in more burden, more emotional burden, so to say, which is obviously not good for you. And I do feel you're carrying a little bit of guilt or emotional burden on yourself thinking about this thing. And now this card. I think this is a moment for self reflection, for not finding out answers to whether saw you the same way you did, like whether he had the same feelings for you like you had, but it is a time to actually look within yourself. And then you find the answer, why did all this happen? What is the lesson to be learned in this? And what are you supposed to find right now? The answers for this lie within yourself. But if I have to like say answer to your question in one line, I would say his feelings were not that genuine for you, and you did think about them a lot. So you kind of deluded yourself a little bit, so to say. But again, it was fate, so it was supposed to happen. Well, I wish you all the best. I hope you figure everything out. And let's move on to the next reading. All right, the next question I have is from someone whose initial is R, and the question was, is their ex going to come back to them, and is he the one? All right, as you can see, I have actually taken out a lot of cards right now. So let's see what cards we got. So first, her question was, is his ex gonna come back? So these are the three cards I got for that. This is a basic three card spread for a simple yes no question, so to say. First we got a maybe, and then we had two yes cards, and also a ace of cup, so which represents emotions. So that is a little positive in this reading, because obviously it's a kind of a love reading, so to say. Then the let's see the other cards. Okay, this was for the question, is he the one? Okay, I can definitely, in most no contact readings, I almost have a little bias. I won't lie that, people should move on from their exes. But in some readings, even I am baffled by how actually people are in love and people actually come back as well. So, yeah, I try to keep my biases aside because of that thing. And that is a similar thing I can see in this reading. Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the World. Two strong masculine energy and one feminine energy. I do think you guys have some sort of strong connection, so to say. And I do think he is coming back, but it won't happen like very quickly. It will take some time. I think he's working on himself right now. He is definitely working towards his goals, and that is why he's away from you. I don't know the reason of your breakup or whatever the situation is currently, but I do think he is a little busy in his life. He's basically fixing things, and he will come back. Now, I did some cards which like fell out of the deck while I was doing your reading. One was Queen of Pentacles, and the other one was the Lover's card. So we're getting a Lover's card, and this kind of a reading is a huge positive sign in itself. And the Queen of Pentacles came when I was doing the time frame reading. Okay, so these two cards I got while I was shuffling the deck for you. And getting a Lover's card in this reading is in itself a positive sign. And the Queen of Pentacles. Now, seeing the Queen of Pentacles, I feel that there is a need of some feminine person to like become the mediator in this kind of a thing. It could be like a friend, it could be a mother figure. I don't know why I'm feeling a mother figure needs to intervene if you guys parents know each other or something like that. But I do feel a woman basically intervening and taking the nurturing role, and that could solve this whole situation out, is something I feel right now. Now for the time frame question, when he's gonna come back, I took four cards. Four of cups we got ace of sword, and we got seven of wands, and then we got a page of swords. All right, we got two swords card and one of these. Basically, the cups card represents weeks, so to say. The wands card represents days, and sword card represents month, and so forth. Pentacles, it depends. In some cases it represents years, in some cases it represents months. That really depends on the kind of reading you're doing, the kind of situation the person is in, so that really depends. So now looking at these, it represents 4 weeks, 7 days, so that is also 1 week, and then we got 1 month. So I would say anywhere from a week to 1 month is my estimate. It could take longer, it could happen earlier than that also, but this is my rough estimate for when he is gonna come back. Yeah, like here it could also mean 4 months, but I don't think so. We got like two swords card and it is both like one and one, so I feel it's 1 month. So anywhere from 1 week to 1 month is my prediction. So this was my reading for you. So let's move on to the next reading. Alright, this next reading is for Miss Laura. I am sorry if I'm pronouncing your name a little differently. So just bear for me a little moment. So these are the six cards I got. Your question was what is going to happen in your love life in the next 3 months. So that's what we are going to look at. And you've also told me you recently had a breakup and you've met someone new. So the cards I got are a little bit interesting, I won't lie. And you would, I mean, understand what I mean if you just look at them. All right. So, first card we got is a Knight of Cups. So, I definitely see you. First of all, I think, okay, I won't get into like each card specifically. I will just tell you the overall themes that I'm seeing right now. So, first of all, I'm seeing multiple men. So, I think in these few months, you're gonna meet a lot of people, which is fine. You just had a breakup, you can go on dates and explore. It's a time for exploration, I would say. Seeing this card also, I feel that very strongly. So you're gonna meet quite a few people actually, and they're gonna be like romantic, charismatic, passionate. Maybe they're just gonna shower you with a bouquet of flowers and chocolates, something old school kind of romance. And the guy that you've just met, I kind of feel this card represents him. You told that he's young, so maybe he's working like in college or something, or maybe he's new in his job. He's like, like just started working and he's trying to like make an impression on others. He's working hard, kind of a vibe I'm getting. And this card, interesting, where my eyes went as soon as I saw this card. My eyes straight away went to the word pleasure. So, not to get too explicit, but I think your love life is gonna get a little bit spicy, which is a good thing. I think you're old enough to do those things. So, yeah, I think it's gonna get a little spicy. That's all I'm gonna say right now. And you're gonna feel a little conflicted seeing like the options, so to say, as potential partners. You might feel like, oh, is he better, or like, is he gonna give me the stability I need, or he is better in that and but he's better in that kind of a situation. So like which one to choose. But after that, after the exploration fee time, you basically need to ground yourself a little bit. You need to be compassionate, you need to be kind to yourself and to the other person involved, and then you basically need to get a hold of your emotion and then choose someone, or then basically take the right decision. Right now, for your question, what is going to happen in these 3 months? These are the time for exploration for you. You're going to explore, you're going to go on dates, you're going to have a nice time. And then after that, you need to ground yourself and take a wise decision as a queen. So that's my reading for you. I hope you liked it. Okay, this reading is for the person with the initials J, which is also kind of my nickname. Starts from J. So, hi there. So, you can see I got a lot of cards for you. So, let me just get started and interpret them for you. So, your first question was, when are you going to meet your soulmate, the one you're supposed to have a legacy with? These are the cards I got for your time frame reading. Alright, now looking at these, I feel now there's a thing, it depends on your current age also. Since you have not mentioned your current age, now the reading I have for time frame, it could either mean months or it could either mean years also. Like if you are in your teenage right now, it could mean years. But I have a feeling you're old enough, so I think it's probably months. So my estimate would be around 5 to 9 months. Like you can see, 5, 8, and 9. Although I interpret cups, wands, and pentacle cards separately, but in your reading, I have a very strong feeling these are all like linked together, and I'm interpreting them as a time frame, not keeping in mind that cups usually means weeks, wands means days, but in your reading, I think they mean a single quantity, and I have a feeling it means months. So I am assuming you're old enough, you're an adult in your 20s or 30s, depends. So my estimate would be around 5 to 9 months, but these first 5 months are going to be a little bit emotionally exhausting, emotionally taxing on you. I do feel like you're going to go through something. So now let's focus on the qualities your potential partner is going to have. One thing I feel, that person is going to be family oriented. I do feel he would like to have kids, and he would be like a family man who, plans ahead and does that kind of a thing. Looking at this, I feel he is someone who is disciplined, he is someone who has a strong work ethic, maybe a boss in his field, someone like that, who is at a leadership goal basically. Now, this card definitely represents you. We got a king card and we got the major arcana card of the empress. I do feel you have a very strong feminine personality. By also the wording that you asked your question in, the person you're going to have a legacy with, that is definitely a kind of person who herself has a very strong personality. So this card definitely represents you. And then we got the devil card. I do think there are some blockages right now. There are some previous karma, some negative karma that is coming in between, like you and your partner, which may be kind of delaying. Like when you guys gonna meet, that could be one thing. But also, it could also mean that you guys are not met, but you guys have some issues in your life that you need to solve before you actually meet. So, well, I would recommend, if you have any past trauma or if you have any flaws, major flaws, like if I had to tell mine, I had like anger issues when I was a kid because of some family reasons. So, like, eventually while I was growing, I had to kind of work on that. So, if you have similar issues, if you have some major flaws, this card tells us that it is the time to work on them before you meet your partner. And then we got Page of Pentacles. Looking at this, I feel your partner is going to provide you with financial stability. I don't know if you, I do think you are self sufficient on your own, but I do think that he is going to provide you with more stability, more opportunities, so to say. Now, these two cards I took out as guidance for you, and I kind of didn't show them at the start. So, let's see. Because it is a heavy combo, I would say that. First, we got the Hermit, and then we got the Justice card. So, looking at these, again, I think you need to like look within, do a little bit of journaling, self reflection, and figure out something. There is something hiding in your subconscious, some issues, some truth that is to be accepted, that is to be heard. So, there is the need for figuring that out. Now, the justice card. I do feel like you guys coming together is almost a to establish some karmic balance. That is why the justice card is there. And in my mind, like the symbolism was coming off the this scale of justice. So there needs to be some balance that will come out of you guys' union. Is something I feel. So this was my reading for you. Hope you liked it, and let's move on. Well, I won't lie. I guess I need a break after this. I've been working for an hour now because they the videos are kind of short. I won't lie because I do a little bit of work off screen. I shuffle my deck off screen. I like take 5 minutes at least looking at the spread and the cards that I've got. So it does take a lot of time doing these videos, and obviously the energy it takes is a lot, that most of the time I'm not able to upload more than one video in a day. And even recording this, I need to like put up my setup. I need to make sure there's no noise in the background at home. All of those things are there. So, but I will try to do one more video, and at least I'll try to record one more, and I'll try to upload it as fast as I can. Yeah, you can see I have a lot of background noise right now. So guys, let's see you in my next video. Till then, goodbye and have a great day ahead.